Alright YouTube, this is part 2 of my WWDC 2008 review. And here we go. So in part 1 I talked about iPhone software 2.0 and Mobile Me. Let's kick off by talking about Snow Leopard. Now Snow Leopard is the new name for Mac OS 10 10.6, and interestingly what Apple said was only brief because they were going to talk about it in workshops after the keynote. They said that they were going to put a pause on new features. This is quite an interesting one, saying they're not going to add any new features. However, it has come to light there is one new feature that's going to be added, and that is Microsoft Exchange support is going to be built right into the operating system. Now what that means is that Microsoft Exchange will link in to Address Book, iCal, Mail and all that, so you won't need Entourage from Microsoft Office to link to Exchange. You can do it right from the Apple applications. This is huge. I mean, this is really huge because this says that Apple are going after the business market space as well. Microsoft Exchange really dominates in the business and corporate world. It's why Windows PCs are the way forwards when it comes to business, because you can use Exchange. I mean, Microsoft Outlook is, I mean, we have it at work. You know, Microsoft Outlook organises everything. You send invitations to meetings across it, and all the emails are done, and you have shared calendars and everything. And this is a major feature to have built in to Mac OS without a question of a doubt. But other than that, there's no new features going to be going into Snow Leopard that I know of at this time. However, what it seems to be is Apple are going to focus on making it more clean and efficient. As the name suggests, it's still Leopard, but it's going to be greatly sort of optimised. They're looking to reduce the footprint of the operating system down to 9 GB, and all that. Now there are rumours going around that it might not support PowerPC, but these are only rumours at this point in time. But yeah, basically Snow Leopard is going to be, as its name suggests, Leopard with optimization in it. So watch this space. I'm sure we're going to find out more. Apple are saying it will be released in about a year's time, and that's all the information I have. Now let's move on to the big one, the final part of the keynote. Steve Jobs announced that there is a new iPhone in town, and that is iPhone 3G. And this is big because Apple have kept more or less the same design. It looks the same from the front pretty much. On the back it's no longer got an aluminium back, it's got just a plastic back. I can only assume this is because of a greatly improved reception. There was only a small bit of plastic on the back of the old iPhone, and I guess they decided that going full plastic meant they could have much more in there, and indeed that's what they've gone and done. There's obviously Edge and all the usual suspects you'd need for phones. It also has 3G. It also has a GPS receiver, and this looks like it interfaces with Google Maps brilliantly to make the iPhone a possible GPS solution. It comes in 8 and 16 GB versions, the iPhone. The 16 GB version you have a choice of black or white, and for the 8 GB there is only the black iPhone. This is looking pretty impressive, it has to be said. As I say, the battery life is just astounding. They're talking 10 hours talk time using 2G, 5 hours talk time using 3G. And yeah, I mean that's a massive improvement. I'm guessing it's got one of the new 3G chips that were recently created, which is ultra low power, because 3G is a battery hog. It always has been, so it's quite impressive that they've been able to pull that off. And over here in the UK, O2 are still the sole carrier. but it's looking very, very tempting now. Steve Jobs announced that the iPhone would be $199 worldwide, and what that's translated to is in the UK £99. If you have a £30 or £35 a month contract, it's 99 quid for the 8GB version. If you have a £45 a month contract, it's free. Wow. Free iPhone. I mean, just what more can you say to that, really? That makes it so tempting. And the £45 a month contract, you get 1200 anytime, any network minutes, 500 text messages, unlimited data and 3G use and all that, you know, for the internet, and a free iPhone. And it's £59 for the 16GB iPhone at that contract. There is a £75 a month contract as well, and the 16GB version becomes free as well at that price point. The £45 a month contract looks really good, like seriously good. You know, the £35 a month contracts, you get 600 minutes, 500 texts. It doesn't sound anything special considering I pay £35 a month, get 600 minutes, 1000 texts. I don't get the data, but what I do get is O2 long weekends, so I only pay, my 600 minutes only come off 4 days out of every week in the month. So I get a lot of free time and I use it. But with the contracts as they are, I'm extremely tempted. This is looking seriously good, and it's July 11th is the launch date. I've already spoken to O2 about it, and apparently the details of upgrade are being finalised, so I'm waiting to hear more about that. I've signed up for the newsletter updates. As and when I get stuff, I will forward it on and speak about it in a video. One of the big things that O2's announced is they're doing the iPhone 3G on pay-as-you-go. This is quite a new one to me. Definitely going to be interesting to see what sort of price point it comes in at and what the terms are, because it's got to be a minimum monthly top-up or something like that, I'm sure. But yeah, so iPhone 3G looks absolutely excellent, and the advert for it, I just really like. The whole idea of a phone has finally come along that beats the iPhone, and it is iPhone 3G. So definitely worth a look. Have a look on Apple's website for more information. It really is now a serious phone. I mean, the original iPhone was good, and it really talked about, it just really showed everything else up in terms of interface and that, but this new one, iPhone 3G, it's going to be a tough act to follow, and certainly Windows mobile based devices are in trouble until Mobile 7 comes out, which is still, from what I've read so far about it, a little way behind the iPhone interface. So yeah, that's it for this review of WWDC. All in all, a pretty good event, mainly really focused on iPhone and mobile communications. Snow Leopard was only really briefly mentioned in passing, so Apple are definitely going after the mobile market space. So yeah, anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the review. I will be back with more videos. Don't forget to check out my Twitter, www.twitter.com/ProgyUK. Please message me, send me emails, and any questions, please send them on to me. I hope you've all enjoyed. Alright, thanks.